If somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not gonna air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long.
I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Welcome back to StarHush, where we bring you the real tea without sugarcoating anything. And baby, this right here, whew, the drama between Halle Bailey and DDG just hit a whole new level. News just dropped that Halle was officially granted sole custody of her baby boy, Halo, and let's just say, it didn't come without a whole storm of receipts and red flags. So boom, Halle didn't just wake up and file for custody out of nowhere. She also filed for a restraining order against DDG, and what she revealed in those court documents, it had everybody clutching their pearls.
Halo, man.
What do you mean? He's sleeping, he's in bed, RN?
Give me my son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you to act like I'm some sort of monster that would keep your son from you?
Because you don't know how to respect me and you disrespect me in public over a Usher concert. Where is my son at? I'm taking my son.
I don't want anyone but you.
Okay, well, this is gonna happen. How about with Halo, I keep him. How about we go to court about Halo and I put you on child support? Let's do that.
You're gonna take my son away from me because I won't block Usher on Instagram? You gotta be joking, right? Please tell me you're not serious, RN.
I'm dead ass serious. You know that I don't play.
And this is the hill you are willing to die on? You'll take my son away and try to make me pay you child support because I won't block Usher on one of my socials for no reason?
That's exactly what the said. So block his Instagram right now, okay? I'm just gonna ask you one more time. You know that I'm live. Please stop embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself, RN.
She laid out some serious claims saying DDG wasn't just getting loud, he was getting violent and out of pocket way too often. According to Halle, this wasn't about some lil argument or couple spat. She said DDG dragged her by the hair, chipped her tooth, and left her with bruises on her arm. But that's not even the end of it. One time, he allegedly broke into her house when she wasn't even home, snapped a picture of her bed, and tried to throw shade like she had someone else in there. That's not romantic, it's downright scary. And it keeps getting worse. Another time, Halle said she and baby Halo were sick, laid up in the house, and DDG popped up acting wild. He reportedly broke her Ring camera, smashed her phone, and forced her to call the police for help. Imagine dealing with all that while trying to care for a baby. She also said he had a bad habit of going online, cussing her out, dropping the B word, and then turning around and trying to make it seem like she was the problem. He'd jump on live streams talking about how she's keeping him away from their son like he's some kind of innocent bystander. The gaslighting is real. But guess what? The courts weren't buying it, and now Halle has full custody of her son. Period. That means she's not only protecting herself, but she's making sure little Halo is far from all that mess.
You want to know what I wanted to do tonight? Not even sleep. I just wanted to hang out with a special person, man. That's all I wanted to do tonight for real, but I don't know, I might force myself to go out or something.
And now let's get into the second wave of this storm, because things between Halle Bailey and DDG have gone from tense to absolutely wild. So, not only did DDG get hit with that restraining order, but he also got real messy, accusing Halle of taking baby Halo on vacation with Brent Faiyaz. Yeah, he tried to spin it like she dipped out with their son just to be booed up with an R&B crooner, but Halle wasn't having it. She straight up denied it in a text message he later tried to use as ammo. Sis kept it classy and calm, but behind the scenes, she was stressed. And let's be real, her finally getting that restraining order, that was major. She had to put some boundaries in place and fast. Now here's the part that really got the internet buzzing. Halle didn't just get a restraining order, she also scored temporary sole legal and physical custody of Halo. That means she's calling all the shots when it comes to their son's health, education, schedule, everything. But it didn't stop there. She asked the court to limit DDG's visits to just 1 day a week for only 6 hours, and under professional supervision, no solo visits, no unsupervised time, just monitored hangouts. And look, some people think that might be doing too much. Like, if DDG hasn't shown he's a threat to his son specifically, is all that really necessary? But then again, when you look at the chaos that's been going down, broken phones, busted cameras, accusations flying left and right, it makes sense that she's not taking any chances. She's trying to lock in structure for her baby, period. The next court hearing is locked in for June 4th, so hopefully things get ironed out then. But until that happens, Halle's doing what she thinks is best. And truth be told, their whole parenting situation sounds like a circus. Halle's saying DDG won't even communicate with her directly when it comes to co-parenting. She's been going through his mom, Ms. Tanya, just to arrange visits. And when Halo does get to spend time with his dad, Halle claims most of that time is actually with Tanya, not DDG. So it's giving family babysitting vibes, not father-son bonding. She also says DDG only wants to see Halo when it fits his schedule, which is a big no-no when both parents have hectic careers. Halle's working full-time as an actress and singer, booked and busy. And DDG, he's out here grinding as a content creator and streamer. That's not a 9-to-5 life. They need a structured parenting schedule to make it work. So let's talk about why this whole co-parenting situation between Halle Bailey and DDG is turning into an even bigger mess. The issue at the heart of it all? DDG refuses to follow structure. He's out here trying to do everything his way, ignoring legal processes and acting like he's above court orders. According to Halle's legal documents, she made it crystal clear. This has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with my attorney to set up any set schedule. That says it all. He's not just dragging his feet, he's actively dodging any real plans to co-parent like an adult. Instead, he hit her with threats like, "I'm taking my son 50% of the time and I'm not giving you a dime in support." That right there, that's where things cross the line. Halle said straight up that she's never asked for child support, not once. She's been holding it down on her own since day one. The only thing she's asked from him is help with baby Halo's expenses, and guess what? DDG only contributed once, just one time, and now he's out here acting like she's keeping the child from him? Let's rewind a little to when Halle was trying to set up a visit for DDG to see Halo before the Met Gala. She even coordinated with DDG's mom, Ms. Tanya, and laid out a whole plan. She said if he couldn't see Halo before she left, then he could link up on May 11th when she'd be flying back to Los Angeles. DDG was cool with it. According to Ms. Tanya, he agreed. She even told Halle, "I forgot to text you. He said he'll wait until you get back to get him." So boom, the arrangement was set. But instead of sticking to the plan, DDG switched it up last minute. On May 5th, while Halle was out doing her thing at the Met Gala, this man randomly popped up, trying to get his son like there was no plan already in place. And when he didn't get his way, he ran straight to his live stream and started playing the victim, acting like Halle was keeping him from his son. This is what Halle's been dealing with over and over, him creating a whole narrative online that doesn't line up with reality. She's out here trying to raise a child, juggle a career, and maintain peace, while DDG's hopping online, making it look like she's some bitter ex keeping him from his baby. It's unfair, and honestly, it's exhausting just watching it all unfold. He doesn't want to work with lawyers, doesn't want to commit to a schedule, doesn't want to communicate directly, and yet he expects to just show up when it's convenient for him and get access like everything's smooth. That's not how this works. Halle isn't even asking for money, just some basic respect and consistency for their child's sake.
This shit is low-key sad because they trying to destroy his image and everything that he worked hard for. Y'all looking at this mermaid bitch like she's just something special, bruh. That's a motherfucking demon, bruh. And I don't know how y'all don't see it.
I want to meet, bro, on some real cool shit and just kick it with the nigga. It's so Illuminati. But that nigga really been like, I be seeing the little clips and shit, and I be like, man, that's a real nigga.
Bruh, that's a motherfucking demon, bruh.
As soon as DDG ran to his live stream with his side of the story, you already know what happened next. His followers jumped straight to blaming Halle Bailey. Just like clockwork, they were in the comments screaming, "She's keeping his son from him," and dragging her like she's the villain in this whole thing. But let's be real, that's just more noise Halle's had to deal with. She's not out here trying to block DDG from seeing his child. He's the one not cooperating. That's the part folks keep skipping over. And on top of that, he's the one fueling false stories to paint her as this bitter ex when she's just trying to protect her peace and her son. He's creating this whole storyline that's messing with her image. And in this industry, that matters. Now here's the part people gotta understand. Halle is locked in with her career right now. She's about to film a major motion picture called Italiana. This isn't some small-time project. This is a big, game-changing role for her. She's got real money on the table and serious contracts to honor, so the last thing she needs is more public drama that could mess up her bag or her credibility in the industry. DDG is out here playing internet games while Halle is trying to keep it together for the sake of her child and her future. That stress, that pressure, it hits different when you're in the spotlight and have everything to lose. That's why she had to make the tough decision to push for sole custody. It wasn't about being spiteful. It wasn't some petty move to cut DDG off. It's about structure, safety, and sanity. Because let's be honest, if someone refuses to follow a co-parenting plan and keeps dragging your name through the mud, what choice do you really have? And Halle already knew what was coming once she made that move. She knew people were gonna start calling her all types of names: vindictive, selfish, spiteful, even accusing her of keeping DDG out of Halo's life on purpose. She also knew that the moment she brought up child support, the internet would try to label her money hungry, like she's out for a check instead of doing what's best for her son. But here's the truth. Halle laid out, DDG has never supported Halo financially, not once. She's covered every single expense on her own without asking him to contribute until one single time. That's it. She's been carrying this as a mom and a star without ever trying to put pressure on him. Halle Bailey came through with a powerful message that shows just how deep this situation really goes. In her own words, she said, "I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I have tried to placate Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he's not with Halo and often leaves him with his mother." And right there, you can see the struggle she's been carrying. She's not blocking anything. She's been making it work, even when it made her uncomfortable. Whether she was across the country or juggling last-minute plans, she still made sure DDG had the opportunity to spend time with their son. But it wasn't enough. She realized there's just no pleasing him. She said it loud and clear, "I cannot allow this abuse any longer. I cannot keep living like this." That's not a line you drop unless you've been pushed to the edge. Halle explained she never knows what to expect anymore. One minute he's demanding Halo be dropped off with his mom, and the next minute he's blowing up online, throwing shade and making threats. And the wild part? At the time she signed the declaration, Daryl was out in Miami, doing the most on social media, ranting and claiming he couldn't see his son. Meanwhile, she had already arranged for him to pick up Halo back in Los Angeles. That's when she said it plain, this isn't about parenting, it's about clout. She said this is not child-centered. Halo is only being used to further his fan base and online presence. And that hits hard, because in the middle of all this noise, Halo is the one caught in the middle. just a little boy being dragged into internet drama like he's a pawn in someone's playbook. And let's be real, DDG needs to grow up fast. If he really wants to be there for his son, he has to stop acting like this is a reality show and start stepping into real fatherhood. That means communication, structure, and showing up consistently, not just when it fits his vibe or content schedule. Nobody wants to see a parent removed from their child's life if they're truly loving and safe. And from the outside, yeah, it does seem like DDG cares about his son, but love without action, that's not enough. He's got to stop choosing chaos over consistency. The constant live streams, the online sneak dissing, and the petty reposts that throw Halle under the bus, it's just not a good look. He's even been out here reposting comments from people who tear down Halle, knowing exactly how his fans will react. That type of behavior can't be overlooked. It's not only petty, it's dangerous for co-parenting. It's building a wall instead of a bridge, and it's Halo who ends up on the wrong side of it. So let's be clear, if DDG really wants to be a present, impactful father, he needs to step up, calm the noise, and fix the relationship with Halle. Not for her, but for their child. Because right now, he's risking losing more than just custody. He's risking the trust and peace that every parent should fight to protect.
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Clap back or sit back. I always have to choose clap back. I'm sorry. I'm a very kind person. But if somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
Never have I ever started drama with my boyfriend for no reason. Put it down. I'm territorial. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend.
If I want to repost something on the internet, then I'm going to do that.
Now here's where it goes from just messy to completely reckless. DDG out here talking about how he wants to chill with people who straight up disrespected Halle, calling her a demon. Like what? That's not just shady, that's exactly what Halle's been trying to get away from. This situation is real, it's serious, and it's deeper than a social media post. Halle's been saying from the jump, she's tired of being harassed online. And it's not just random followers doing it either. When DDG co-signs folks who drag her and gives them the attention they're looking for, it just fuels the drama even more. It's one thing to have a disagreement behind closed doors, but to support hate while your co-parent is asking for peace, that's next level. And it doesn't stop there. His whole family had to throw in their 2 cents. His brother already made comments about the whole custody drama, but now his sister got involved too. She didn't just say something. She reposted a TikTok of Halle like she was trying to mock her. Really? That's what we're doing now? Instead of trying to fix things and calm the tension, DDG's circle is adding more fire to an already blazing situation. And when the people around you are getting involved in something this sensitive, especially when it involves a child, it turns personal drama into public chaos. This whole mess is just too much, and it's clear that if DDG really wants things to get better, he needs to shut the drama down, especially the part that's coming from his own people. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is DDG making things worse on purpose, or is he just not reading the room? Make sure you like, subscribe, and stay locked in right here on StarHush. See you next time, my stars.